Got Elliot on right now, checking in with us from Port St Lucie. Is you, Elliot?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, good. What's going on up there in the Pizzle right now?
Well, we got the Yankees at Mets right now, and I'll tell you what, it took me a half hour just to get into the stadium and into the parking lot areas. Brett Garner actually just got a little drooper of a single right over Jose Reyes' shortstop area.
Okay.
Jose Reyes still plays baseball?
I know, right?
Surprisingly enough.
I did not know that.
He will be on the Mets in 15 more years. I know.
And they're still going to have to pay him.
Yeah, he is, man. He's always there. Yeah, now, tell me the big question everybody wants to know from what's going on right now at first day to field, any sign of Judge or Stanton there for the Yankees?
Unfortunately not. They are not in the lineup for today. They don't even seem to be in the dugout to make the road trip. It's a long trip for them to come from Tampa all the way to Port St. Lucie or, even like the West Palm area or the Jupiter Stadium. So they didn't make the trip. But you do have Brett Garner, Brandon Drury, who was just acquired recently from the Tampa Bay Rays, and you have Andujar, who has been really lighting up the field for the Yankees.
Okay. All right. So, if you're a diehard and you're looking deep, then you're going to find something you're going to like. But if you're just all about Judge and Stanton, then it's not going to happen for you. And, the way that these travel rules happen for MLB players, you're not going to see a lot of cross-state travel ever. That's just not going to happen. I was at the ballpark the other day, and one of the guys there working was telling me that, basically what the ruling is MLB players only required to take 2 bus trips during spring training.
Is that a rule, really?
Yeah, that's the rule, right, Elliot?
Yeah, that is a rule. They're required at least a minimum of 2 long road trips, okay, which I believe they already did one for the Boston game. And they are required, each MLB team is required to bring at least 4 starters or prospects that are most likely going to be in the starting lineup within the MLB season. Okay, and they brought their 4. So, and that's their pitcher, Domingo German, Gardner, Drury, and most likely Andujar, who will be a designated hitter.
So the Yankees made their quota today for the Mets game. Elliot, I mean, because you're looking at this, it seems like there's absolutely no chance you're going to see Judge or Stanton when the Marlins face off against the Yankees. And I thought maybe, okay, Stanton would come back, last hurrah,
Sure.
Roger Dean. It'd be nice. You can, tip the cat to Marlins fans. Have you heard anything about that? Is there any chance you see Stanton in the lineup on Sunday?
There is a possibility just because of that previous attraction for him being in Miami. But honestly, when he was with Miami, even making the trip from Jupiter to St. Lucie, he didn't make many of those trips. A lot of times he skipped out on those, and he would make an appearance about mid-spring training.
Well, that's why, and it's so attractive for a lot of these players, and now they're really trying to get this clustering. That's really what started to hurt Florida, and Florida lost, how many teams did they lose back in like the 80s? We used to have the Reds here, used to have the White Sox, used to have all these teams that were like Midwestern teams because they're putting like the Reds are in Plant City. And so these players are having to get on a bus, drive through these back towns in Florida where they don't want to do this. And so Arizona starts clustering all these ball fields together. And that's why you're seeing what's going on here now where you got 4 stadiums. So those A-list players, they're not going to travel anywhere. They're going to just bounce around to those 2 parks in West Palm Beach. I mean, somebody's telling me basically the way Bryce Harper did his first road trip, he just travels up to Roger Dean Stadium from Ballpark of the Palm Beaches in Jupiter. He goes up to see his brother and then doesn't even take the field. And then what do you know? You've already got one of them crossing off the list.
So that's how he worked it out. That's his
that counts as
technicality.
one of his 2 bus trips for spring training.
Unbelievable. I could see that.
Yeah, so Stanton, is he going to get on a bus and take it across state, which is one of the most, if you've ever gone cross state, it's awful. He's not going to take that trip.
It takes such a long time, right? And it feels even longer on a bus. I don't blame him.
Ellie, do you know, would they actually have to ride the bus? Or if you're like a Stanton, can you pop onto A-Rod's private plane and fly from Tampa to West Palm and then do that?
That's a good question.
I don't think they'll be making any plane rides over here. But I will tell you one thing a lot of the players do because obviously, if you're a big spring training or baseball buff, a lot of these starters and big contract guys only play about an inning or 2. So what a lot of them do, especially like even if they're in their rehab sessions during the regular season, is they'll bring their own personal vehicles down and drive it themselves so that they could get out of there once they're done with the game.
Okay, so they might.
So if they make their big trip, they'll come to the game, play their first couple innings, and do their little press conference and book it.
What is the status of Stanton's? Because poor timing. I mean, he just finished a massive condo in downtown Miami that's gorgeous.
Right.
I mean, any idea? Did he hold on to that? Has he already bailed on that property? And would he possibly drive across state to go hang out, party a couple days in Miami? Any thoughts on that, Elliot?
I know. Hold on. We just got a big hit by Andujar. Sorry, just a fly out right now.
Poor guy. He's on a show. He's trying to do play-by-play.
It's live action here with Elliot.
I don't know about Stanton's property at the moment. I do know he is a native of California, and he has been looking to move back over there, but he has ties to Miami as far as, former friends who have, houses down here. And you saw them with the picture with Yelich and Ozuna and stuff like that, and they still have their property down here in Miami. So it's hard to say what he's going to do with that. He does love the New York life, as it's been reported. So you might see him. I mean, the money he's making, he might have houses in each major city. Okay.
All right. Is there going to be a reason to come out to the Yankees game on Sunday against the Marlins? Are we going to see anybody good in that lineup, Elliot?
I can't say that they'll bring anybody, worthy besides, the Brett Garners and the Brandon Drury, who is fighting for a roster spot with Andujar. But
come on, give me something. Give me something.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest story about this is that as much as Miami has, fire sales, they're right there behind the Yankees in standings for spring training.
It's spring training, Elliot. God bless it. I know you're so fired up about it.
He's so
God
excited.
Bless you, man. I love your passion. Your passion's contagious. I mean, listen to him out there. He's like, what's ahead? He's like,
and hard.
Elliot is so excited about what's going on now at spring training. But it's like, Elliot, I can't follow you on standings in spring training for excitement. If that's what we got as Marlins fans, hey, look at how they did in spring training.